We want to start off with a reminder that we are not doctors. Before you make any changes or try something new, always consult with your doctor and medical team first. Chronic illness can vary from patient to patient, so it's always best to consult with your own doctor for what is best for you.
Hello and welcome to I We Determined. I'm your host, Mason Harvey, and I speak from the role of a patient, and I have Crohn's disease.
And I'm your other host, Michelle Harvey. I speak in the role of a caregiver, and I'm also Mason's mom. Today, we're going to cover a topic that we kind of went over, I think, in the past a little bit about helpful things to, I guess, prepare for an infusion if you have fears, things like that. But today, we want to revisit this again because I think when you're facing these infusions and also for any patients, whether they're doing chemotherapy or other other things like this, yeah, and so we just thought we'd do something like what to bring to an infusion,
what to prepare. What we do, it might work for you, it might not work for you, but this is what we're going to recommend. It's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah, you're going to have you'll know your own.
Yeah, you'll know what you like,
right? What brings you comfort. I mean, that's really basically, I think, the idea is to be comfortable.
Yeah. We're just telling you what makes us comfortable, and
so maybe you'll
get an
some
idea
of our
of
stuff.
Yeah, and then you might think, oh, that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
We actually we did our first Karmatude clip. It was a little different because it was the first one, and we wanted to do something really special for a friend of ours, and she is doing chemotherapy treatments right now. And so it kind of reminded us those early days of going to an infusion center and just
hard.
Yeah. And how difficult that. And I mean, it's still not easy. You don't look forward to it.
I certainly don't look forward to infusions, but the difference is the first infusion I got, they had 3 nurses come in to hold me down.
Yeah.
Now
it's very difficult.
Now there's only one nurse.
So for any of you watching that have not done this is the first time you're doing this, or maybe you've done these, but you're just kind of looking forward to hear our ideas and what we do to maybe make your infusions a little different and
help improve the quality of the infusion.
Then cool, you're at the right place to hear those ideas. But it is really, I think it's helpful to share with each other because there might be things that we can help and bring you some comfort. We're going to kind of start off with I try to organize it so our thoughts would be organized. We talked about it last night. So we don't have like a script, but we have things we don't want to forget.
No, because they're important.
Yes. And if we are, if you're watching us, we are
shiny. Welcome to the end of summer. We're getting to the hottest parts of the year.
I don't know if I can, maybe when we edit, maybe it'll like
do you shine it? Yeah, look at this.
Wow. Yeah.
Right over here.
It's warm.
It is.
It's warm. And so we're going to be turning on the AC soon. We live in San Diego County, and our summers have gotten, because I grew up here, and our summers have just gotten, it feels like way more humid than it used to be. So it's something humidity.
Which one of the items on this list might help us? Cold spray. It's carryable.
We use that.
I know, I'm joking. You can use as a portable AC. That will definitely make you feel really cold.
We're going to be turning the AC. So anyways, if I just want to throw that out there because I can see us right now, and I was like, wow.
Shiny.
You're shiny.
Shiny.
I know, like that song. I know.
No, we're not going to get copyright.
No. So let's start off with things that we bring. So what we bring. Yeah. I think I'll let you do the very first one because this is the one thing Mason never forgets.
Well, there's actually 2 things I never forget, but there's 3.
Yeah. But this is definitely your top.
This is one thing I'll never
forget. One of the things that the night before he's preparing, he's charging, and he is making sure that we have backup chargers. So what is that?
Well, I bring an iPad. You can bring a phone. You can have a laptop. You can bring an iPad. Or you can bring in just a tablet, whatever it's got.
And some of you, if you're a child, if you are younger, and because I think a lot of us take for granted everyone has these.
Yeah, everyone has these.
When you're an adult or when you're an older child, these are things you already have. But for someone younger, I think sometimes you can ask in the infusion center.
Yeah, the infusion center, I mean, this is at ours, but I see the nurses bring over a tablet they have there.
We actually, remember, we bought one. We did a fundraiser with a friend.
Yeah, it was the Amazon Fire.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember the exact
name. We had done a fundraiser, and that was one of the things we raised money for and donated to the center, so they would have one.
Yeah.
So those are always things you can ask for too. But
you can always ask for that.
My husband will bring like magazines, books, and so you bring a book, but usually
Harry Potter.
You usually read on the way.
I read on the way because once you get there, to get if you get the Benadryl, which you probably should, you
Hmm.
get the Benadryl and then you start slowly feeling like,
Yeah,
"Ah, I
it's
don't
hard
want to
to
read.
read.
I
I
don't
think
want
you
to
just
read."
fall asleep.
So, that's why it's nice to bring an iPad or something, because then can just watch a show.
Right.
And what I like to do, personally, this is what I do. I don't know if it would help or make it worse for you.
Oh no.
But something I do is I turn on a show.
Yeah.
Good YouTubers are like Beautiful OB, Komodo Gaming. They're family friendly. My infusion lasts 30 minutes, so I'll keep a video. I won't watch the video if there's one that's 30 minutes, so I'll save it for the infusion. Something that helps me is watching it, and then I click on to see where it is in the video to see how far in through the infusion I am.
Hmm.
But if you have an infusion that's like 4 hours, that might
Right.
not make you feel better.
Maybe watch a movie or
Yeah,
something
maybe
like
watch a
that.
movie instead.
Something you can kind of gauge the time if that helps you. And I
Yeah,
mean,
that helps
and
you.
and just to like Mason mentioned, his infusion, the actual Entivio part
Yes.
is 30
30
minutes,
minutes. I
but we're
turned it on
usually
and
there
it,
about two
yeah.
hours.
We're usually there for
So
2 hours because
yeah.
you have to get the IV in. You have to wait. They have to make it. They have to send
Hmm.
it
They
over
do
to get the
labs.
labs. Yeah, they have
You
to get
take
the
a
labs and
woman.
all that.
Yeah,
IV and the liquid is going in it. And that's why I start the video to start
right.
counting the time
And then
because
once
that
that's
helps.
down, then they flush the line and then they do your vitals again, then you get ready. So it's usually a couple hours. And for like something like Remicade and Infliximab that some of you might be on, that used to be kind of like a 4 hour process, I think, for us. And so yeah, so you can watch something and time something to how long you're there, but that's what
That's what I
works for
do.
Mason. Mason likes to bring, and I don't know, like he said, he'll never be too old for this. And I've heard of
Mhm.
adults doing this too. You can
Never
bring
too old for
stuffed
anything, right?
animals, your stuffies,
Mhm.
things like that.
I have a stuffed
Um,
penguin that I have had before the hospital, and it's been to every single appointment I've had, except for the last one, which was the
say,
first time
I was like,
in
"Where's
five
Penguin?"
years. For the first time I've ever been to the hospital, I forgot him.
Yeah,
But he's
but I remember the iPad,
yeah, he
like I
remembers.
said. So Pinguino did
Penguino.
right.
He's still here though. We'll give him next time.
The nice thing, and like these are things you should look for too. So it's, for it depends what you're bringing it for too. Some people have them for comfort. It's just something that is comfortable to them. For Mason, sometimes we get the ones that are like pillows, so he can also prop
You
his
put it
iPad
behind your head,
right,
then
one behind the head,
put
one
it
for the.
yeah, on your lap. That
Mhm.
way, because when you're holding your tablet, you're gonna be holding it like this probably.
Yeah, and you've got the
Like this.
depending where the
And
IV is,
and if the
or
IV is right here, you probably don't want to be lifting your arm. So it's nice to just have it rest on
right.
something.
So that's what I mean, they give you some pillows, but the pillows are
Yeah.
kind of like it's hospital
But
pillows.
I mean, there's also only two, so there's one for one arm, and then the other one doesn't have one, so you can
Right.
bring a stuffed animal for that.
So we have some ones that are very strategic. We know like they're great sizes, they're great
Yes.
shapes. And so they're like so that you'll see them often if you look at our
Yes,
team I be
there's
determined,
an
you'll see them in the
axolotl,
picture.
the Shiba
Yeah.
Inu,
So they're
penguin.
they're kind of like the like a squishmallow,
The
I
squishmallow?
guess. Is
Yeah.
that the right
The
word? I
Shiba
don't know.
Inu is
Um that's
the axolotl isn't, the penguin isn't, but
no.
the
But the different we have like those
raspberry
are
is almost like one.
yeah, we have a giant Reggie too, which is like the big pillow in the back. But
He's not
anyway,
shaped like a squishmallow, but he's
so yeah,
shaped like
so we have, so they're very, I would say not even just bringing one for like comfort, but maybe if you have a couple for like we said,
I have
or
my own backpack for them.
yeah, or like yeah, exactly, and that's also the other thing. We also bring two backpacks, so when we come in, we are loaded up with, we're prepared. So bring
Yes.
backpacks, be prepared, so you're not just bringing your purse or your wallet. I
Be
suggest we
prepared.
bring two backpacks at least when we
Yes.
go, and they're big backpacks too.
Mhm.
And so yeah, so I think the stuffed animals or your stuffies are important for comfort and for
Yes.
practical purposes that you guys might not have thought of. And so good to have.
And another thing is comfortable blankets. Like I like to bring my own blanket. I
And
have it in the car with
right.
me. I have it at the hospital. But the thing is, what the sheets at the hospital, they're nice, but they're sheets.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
fluffy.
And I think there's something important about bringing something
Yeah,
from
if you have a
home.
blanket with you, that you use at home or you
Right.
use a lot, it's
Mhm.
gonna make you feel more comfortable, because
Right.
it feels like, oh, well, I brought this from home. This is from home. It's not, part of the hospital, and so it might make you
Right.
feel more comfortable.
And so we always
That's
do
the
that.
thing.
He has, and some people too may like a weighted blanket. Some people may need those. We had a friend of ours who made like a lap pad that was like a weighted blanket. It was
Mhm.
smaller, so it's easier to
Very
bring.
cool.
Yeah, so you can even do those kind of things. But a comfortable blanket, I think bringing something from home is like really important because
Hmm.
The whole idea is to like not necessarily feel like you're in a hospital bed or chair, depending how
To
your
feel
infusion
more like you're at
is.
home, kind of.
Yeah, and for
Surrounded by nurses.
right,
We're making it as
that would
home.
be
We're
weird.
making it like a home as much as we
Right, you're
can,
trying to do
right?
right because for most of us, it's like a second home. We have upcoming next. We have like socks, and I would say like comfortable, items of
Mhm.
clothing. Mason doesn't mind. He wears jeans.
Yeah, I wear jeans.
He's that's what he's comfortable in. He even will go running in jeans.
Yes, I go running in jeans. I go running in my flannel, which I have over here.
Right, he's got
My
that
dad
flannel.
goes, "Why are you wearing a flannel? It's summer. It makes me
Yeah.
feel comfortable."
So, and again,
It's
that's what
Christmas.
this is about. And you know yourself best. Just bring what's comfortable. And for some people, like socks might be something nice for you if
Hmm.
you want, because when you go in there, the other thing you typically do is you have to, well, for him, I don't know if they do this for
Yeah,
everybody. I would assume,
soon.
but I don't know, but they weigh him. So
Yes.
you have to, you come in, you have to take off your shoes. And so a lot of times he wears sandals.
Sandals because I don't feel like having to undo the
Right.
shoelaces because
And yeah,
usually I double tie
there are
them.
some shoes that are slip-ons
Yeah,
that you
which
can
would be
do,
nice.
and you would have maybe socks on, but for him, he always has
Two sandals.
sandals. So sometimes
California.
yeah, and that's
Makes sense.
but for some people, they may want to bring some socks, something also cozy or
Yeah.
comfortable like that. And I had put down charger also because
Yes.
that's one of your
Hmm.
top
Now,
things.
personally, I never use the charger in the hospital, but I use it in the car because the car ride can be about 40 minutes
Yeah, maybe even an hour,
or an
actually, I
hour
would
with
say.
traffic. But
Yeah.
then you're going back home, so that's about 2 hours
So yeah, so
in
he
the
wants to make
car.
sure, like, just in case we have it, and also what to bring. We'll just throw this in there. It's not on there, but a Karma 2 clip.
Yes,
So,
coming to you.
yeah, I mean, we're trying.
Comfort you.
We talked about those in our last episode, so feel free
Yes.
to check that
Check those
out.
out because we got a lot more of
Yeah,
them in there.
I mean, we're hoping to not just make these like available to a hospital, so you have to ask, but maybe
Yeah.
to other
To
parents
parents, so no,
who'd like to order these.
specifically
Mhm.
order them for their
Right. And we
child.
would donate them. It's
Hmm.
not something we're hoping you'd want to order,
Non-profit.
and we could make this work where we could provide them at no cost and you can bring
Hmm.
that with you. I think that would be really
Very
cool.
cool. Hmm.
So that's what we're doing. Some of the things that we do for infusions is
Yes,
what
which you
we
can
are.
see right now.
So right now, okay, so kind of not. I'm wearing one of our team shirts. So it says
She's wearing her
I
team
support
shirt,
an IBD warrior.
and I'm not wearing my team
No,
shirt because
I
I'm
no.
actually wearing a Disney shirt.
The
So
the reason being actually this was a perfect example because so
yes,
typically so team shirts are what we will wear to
hospital,
infusion.
yes,
Yeah,
because
matching
it makes us
shirts.
feel like a team, right?
Right.
When you have matching shirts, you're all together, you're all in one team, and it makes you feel
Hmm.
more protected, kind of,
And I
even
think
though
that's
you're
been like a
protected at a
key
hospital.
thing that helped you from when and I don't see a lot of people doing that
No, it's interesting.
at
I
all.
mean, it's funny because when you go to Disneyland, you see a bunch of people wearing like
Right.
team shirts,
They're all
like the
matching.
group,
Right.
this specific group, and
Right.
this specific group. But then when you go to the hospital, everyone's not wearing the same shirt,
Right.
and that might make it. I mean, obviously, you're all together still, but it may not feel like a team.
Right.
I don't
I never, and I didn't want Mason to feel like, hey, well, you're in this by yourself.
know. Yes.
This,
No, we're in this
and
together.
it's like, no, we're in this together. And so
But I'm
just
gonna be
like,
getting
like
IVs.
any team, though, we're going to, we wear shirts, so we show solidarity
Hmm.
and we do that for each other. We also wear masks. That's not on here,
Yes.
but we do wear masks because that's our
Immunosuppression.
preference, but
Mhm.
he's immunosuppressed. And it's just a simple thing. We don't mind. Some people really don't like them. That's
Mhm.
okay.
Leave
But
it.
that's one of the things we also bring, just that's
Yeah,
our deal.
Smith
But
Green.
so if you don't have team
Now, if we
shirts,
don't have team
maybe,
shirt,
and
yeah,
you don't have to do these exactly, but you can see
no.
we have on team necklaces right now.
Necklaces.
So
And so what
yeah,
these kind of
they're
go
like
back to,
baseball
these are
necklaces, but
Savannah
these are made to, yeah, in Savannah banana colors
Yeah,
with
but
a
purple
purple
because purple for
for
Crohn's
Crohn's
disease.
disease thrown in. So we made these. If you ever watch Banana Ball, if you watch it, a lot of them are wearing
These types of
these types of
necklaces.
necklaces.
And so we made them all for
Right.
ourselves. Each of them are actually a little bit different. So now we have these
We
as
have these so
backup.
you can do this. So really it could be any necklace.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want. But this is just another way that my husband has one too. So we all have one and it's just kind of fun walking in there like, we're ready
Yeah.
to do battle together.
Yeah, we're gonna battle IV together.
Fight.
No, don't fight it, please, it'll hurt.
Yeah. So that's just something we do. Also
One's
what to
important.
do, hydrate. This is something
Yes.
your father is
Oh
actually
yeah,
always
he's always asking about that.
right.
When we're driving
There.
up there, he brings a bottle of
Mhm.
Kirkland water,
Yeah.
and he goes, Mason, have you drank in your water yet? I'm going, No, and so I'm always drinking it though once we
Yeah,
get there. But drinking water actually makes your veins easier for the
right.
nurses to hit. If you have veins that are challenging to get an IV into,
Yeah, hydrating may help.
hydrating might help. It's not 100% gonna help, but there's a chance that helps.
And I think it's also just good to be hydrated when you're receiving all these
Yeah.
different
And also it's just
medications,
good to be hydrated in general
right? It's just
because
healthier.
because for me, they take blood from me too.
Right, right.
And so, they're taking blood from you. It might be helpful to be hydrated. Now, I don't think they take enough blood to do that,
No,
but
but
just to help,
but
especially with the Benadryl and
you
all
never
that.
know what your doctor may have ordered when you're
Yeah.
in there, and they may do that. So it's just good to have bring water.
Yes.
If
Stay
you're,
hydrated.
maybe if juice is necessary for some of you, if you
Mhm.
need some sugars for some reason, whatever it is for you,
Yes.
we bring
Apple
water.
juice,
But yeah, we always have water.
vitamin D.
Some of your infusion centers, which I'm very jealous of, I have seen, like it's like they have snacks. They have what
Mhm.
ours.
What is this, a
Um,
hotel?
yeah, ours does not.
Yeah.
Typically sometimes they receive some kind of like donations or
Mhm.
leftovers or something from some part, and they'll have like
Leftovers. I'm just picturing like
yeah,
some ham on a plate.
no, no, but
No, I'm joking.
like if they had like a like they
Mhm.
may have water or Gatorade or
Yeah.
crackers, they may have something in a cabinet. But typically, so we come prepared with our own water, we come prepared with our own snacks. So pack some
Yes.
snacks and just, whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah. All
That's
day.
really it. And for Mason, I think some people might be, well, how are you feeling? I think you're just kind of tired.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's so funny because like halfway through it, the Benadryl doesn't affect me quite in the beginning, but it's so funny because halfway they start coming through and they're just like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Good."
Yeah, we hit the car. He's
Yeah,
out.
and then I'm out.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
And so he sleeps on the ride
Because the
home.
thing is, when I'm in the hospital, the nurse has to come back to do the flush and then take it out, and then we have to walk back to the car.
Right, which is a long
So,
walk.
which it is a long walk. And
It
so
is,
I'm
to be fair.
thinking, why fall asleep in the hospital when it's going to be done in like 20 minutes?
Yeah,
And then I have to do the flush because I usually start getting tired by the time they've already started been giving me the
right,
fluid and stuff.
right,
And so I just decide, all right, well, I'm going to stay awake until I get to the car because in the car I get to sleep for 40 minutes or an hour.
right.
But in the hospital I have to wake up anyways to do that. So I just
Yeah.
decide now if the infusion is like Remicade or something and it's 3 hours, 4 hours, however
Right. A
long
lot of
it
students
is,
would fall asleep in
yeah,
there.
it's okay to fall asleep then because it's going
Yeah.
to be quite a while.
Right. And that's like I'm gonna skip this because skip ahead to this. We have our
Mhm.
list, but I'm skipping down the list. I mean,
All right.
because since we're talking about the medications, this is also important to realize maybe for your timing because we
Mhm.
go in. I know some of you have school and might have to work this differently, but for Mason, we always do an early appointment because of the pre-meds. He since they still do pre-meds for him. Some of you
Mhm.
may not do this. This is just an extra
Just to
precaution.
be safe.
Right. So he does Tylenol and he does Benadryl.
Benadryl.
Depending on the time of day, we've with Mason, it would be really difficult to go in like for a 4 o'clock appointment or an evening one for him because taking the Benadryl, it's gonna be he'll probably fall asleep and then it's gonna be harder to go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So for us,
We always do the
we do
morning
the mornings or
if we
early
can.
afternoon if it, depending
Yeah,
what they
sometimes it
got.
hasn't worked out,
Yeah.
but most of the time it works out.
Yeah. And if usually at the hospitals they have at least for the children,
Mhm.
adults, I don't know, but
For adults.
they have liquid medication. So
Yes.
just be aware if your child does not like any liquid medications, you can buy chewables, but
Mhm.
that's usually what they have. Or they
Yeah.
have ones you can swallow as well.
But
Typically, they both usually offer those, but not the chewable, I've noticed. So
yeah, so we have a
depending.
chewable Tylenol. We get the liquid Benadryl
Hmm.
because yeah, because I was afraid of pills.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
episode. We
that
can
was
do
another episode.
conquering your fear because
Yeah,
Mason used to
conquer.
swallow pills
I could
beautifully.
swallow pills. I did it for about a year or
Oh, a
no,
couple of
2 years.
years
Yeah.
easily because he had so many
Mhm.
pills to take, and
Yeah,
so
there were so many pills to take. So I would
so
just
he
take it.
just did it. Yeah,
All of a sudden, one morning, I choked. It was
Good.
scary, which is why
Right.
I am scared to swallow pills now.
So yeah, so
But that's
that's
mental block now.
something he needs to work on.
And so I need to work
Um,
on. Don't be scared because if you do it fine, you're
yeah,
doing it great. Keep that up because that's a good thing
yeah,
to be able to do.
and also
Nurses will also love you because they won't have to open as many liquid things,
those, and it's because as you
and
gain
then
weight
you
and
do
get bigger,
might get annoyed.
they have to take more and more.
Yeah, I because there's these like little Benadryl cups that they have to
Yeah,
get, and I
they are,
take like four
and
each.
they're like trying to peel them,
And like,
can't get them,
like,
and
these ones being hard, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
I should just be able to take pills.
yeah.
Oh.
And so and with that too, so sometimes don't forget your like if you have a numbing cream or if you
Mhm.
have a prescription numbing patch,
Yes.
make sure you bring those with you. Make sure you don't forget those. If they have like Buzzy Bees at we purchased a couple too for our
Mhm.
infusion center. They have Buzzy Bees sometimes there. If not, that might be something you want to bring.
Buy
So
on Amazon.
yeah, and we I think they usually have cold spray there.
That stuff works.
Yeah,
And
it's a good
it
distraction,
is a
I
good
think,
distraction because it takes away from the pain.
because it's
Well, it's
like,
not
oh,
exactly
it's cold.
painful, but it's like, man, why am I standing out in a blizzard?
Right. It's like so
But
cold.
it
So he
works. It
liked
works
cold
well.
spray.
I liked it.
Um,
Now I don't need it, but
so these are things to ask if
mhm.
your infusion center has these. You can always call before you go in, see if they have all these tools because you may not need them or you may need all of them. And so it's just good to know maybe what you should bring with
Yes.
you.
Did you like?
Yeah. And like right now, he doesn't
No.
have to use any of the numbing creams, no Buzzy Bees,
I
no
used to
cold
use them
spray.
a lot, but then we stopped using them, and eventually I don't need them
Mhm.
anymore. So just use it to get used to it, or just
Actually,
use it.
one of the interesting things with one of the patches.
Oh yeah,
So we thought one of these times, I'll just throw it out there again. I don't know if I said this in the other podcast, but I'll say it here.
I'll just say the heck of it.
He had a reaction
Mhm.
where the IV was the
Yeah,
main thing. So it could have been anywhere depending on where you have yours. But
yeah.
when we got home, I noticed his skin, he was having a reaction. And I thought, oh my gosh. So I contacted his doctor. She told me to draw with a marker, like around the area so we could see if it got
Mhm.
bigger. And which is another good tip. So if you ever have something you're trying to see if it's changing,
Now make
um,
sure it's a marker that is safe to draw on the skin.
yeah, I know, but
Don't make
but
it worse.
it helps so we could tell her, we updated her, no, it's not getting worse.
No.
After we established that the rush, whatever the reaction wasn't getting bigger, we were, able to kind of talk to the doctor and say, oh, man, because I was hoping he didn't have a reaction to the medication,
Yeah.
is what it was. I was hoping,
And
I'm
we're
like,
hoping you didn't have a
oh no,
reaction to
it's,
medication because that would not
yeah,
have been good.
no. And so them, when they looked at, I sent them pictures, did all that. And so what it looked like it turned out to be was he reacted with the adhesive from
The sticky patch.
the sticky patch, which had numbing cream on it. I think it was Cinera was the name of the patch. It's a
Mhm.
prescription. And so what I did to test it out is I actually took the sticky part of the Cinera patch and I stuck it to Band-Aids that I knew he had used before and didn't affect him. And so when we put it on, our Band-Aids were sticking to his skin with the Cinera patch stuck to the Band-Aids, if that makes sense. He
Mhm.
didn't break out. And so I figured out, okay, it is whatever the Cinera patch was, whatever kind of Band-Aid
Adhesive.
adhesive they used, it caused him to break out.
Yes.
So,
That's it.
so just
Just watch out for that.
yeah, so just I mean, I don't know how many times if this happened to anybody watching, but just
Don't
throwing
be
it out
afraid.
there.
Don't be afraid. Just know that
Go
it's
contact your
yes.
doctor if you have
Contact
a
the doctor 'cause
right
it's important.
right away because it could
Mhm.
be a reaction with the infusion. So it's important to
Yes.
know. So, anyways, there was that. And okay, so things that we ask for when we're the in the infusion center. You always
Mhm.
ask for a heat pack.
Yes, heat pack. I
Right.
like those a lot. Um, it's advised that you don't keep it on for more than like 15 minutes.
Well,
But
so we had one nurse, some of the nurses don't care.
yeah, some of them don't care.
Because Mason would have a habit where he'd scratch around it. He
Yeah,
would,
whenever I get it, obviously after they've gotten everything on, they say I can. I'll scratch the area to
yeah.
kind of just, make it feel better.
So he would do that,
Mhm.
and then he put a heat.
Then I put a heat pack
They
on.
the kind that you crack
Yeah,
and they get warm, so they put those on him. Mason typically though likes to put it on.
the entire time.
I don't know how good it is to set it right on the IV itself or
Mhm.
the line, but maybe the skin next to it.
Yeah, I just put
So
it next to it.
yeah. So ask your nurse what they recommend for you, but for Mason, he does like a heat pack and child life.
Okay,
So
very good.
mhm,
So we have a child life at ours,
yeah.
and they are very nice. They're very helpful, and they can help the kids feel more comforted,
Yeah.
and they're very kind and understanding and respectful.
And what they are is they are trained to understand how to help your child be more
Mhm.
comfortable. And
Yeah, they're
we've
not.
used child life for different things and so I know the adults don't have this. They should have adult life.
Yeah, they do adult
They
life.
should have people. I mean, you
They
know
have
how
the
cool it'll
adults.
be for
Yep.
adults who are like nervous and there's another person like, hey, I'll come sit here. I'll come hang with you. Let's talk about something. You'd be like, wow,
Mhm.
thanks. Like adults don't get like the same,
Yeah,
like, which it would help
for
me.
adults, that's sad.
Yeah, because like I was always happy when child life came in and would make sure like they're very well spoken. They know
Mhm.
how to talk to the children. They have all the little tools like, hey, what can I get you? And Sands will prepare a little something special, bring over to your child. Check see if your hospital has child life.
Check to
They
see if
are
your hospital has
excellent.
adult life too.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, we need a petition for our adult life,
You know, like help the adults. Like
I
mark down. Like, do you have anxiety?
it
Like
really
help out some
you
people.
really feel it when the nurse at my infusion goes, just wait till you get to adult care.
I know it's like a threat. I was like,
I'm like,
I've heard of a lot of good cases though too in adult care. I
yeah,
know that there's a lot of caring people out there, and
yeah, there are.
because it's a children's hospital doesn't always mean that the nurses are like we're very fortunate with a lot of our nurses,
Yes.
but there's not, bedside manner. It can should be for any age. You shouldn't
Mhm.
just be nice to
No.
children. But
Yeah, I'm only
anyway,
nice
but at
to
any rate,
kid.
good to ask for.
Yeah, good.
So I think we kind of covered everything.
I think so.
So I mean, there might be more things that'll pop into my
Yeah.
head later tonight when I'm
Should
trying
be
to
a
sleep.
goldfish. Oh yeah, and you can bribe your child by telling them after infusion center, they can choose where they
Wherever
want
they
to
want
go
to
for
go for
lunch.
lunch. Yep.
Hmm.
We used to bring Mason like we'd wrap a small gift. Some like sometimes it was like an
A
ornament.
Lego,
It was a
Christmas
car,
ornament,
little
Hot Wheels.
yeah, Hot Wheels, not
Oh,
like the
just the
little
Hot
yeah.
Wheels.
And
Yeah, I got a brand new car.
this wasn't a car,
Just
just
the infusion costs as much as a car anyway, so
no, we couldn't afford it. We have to,
might as well.
but yeah, so just like little things we surprised him with. And then we started saying for our timing, it worked well to say, where would you want to go for lunch? You can pick wherever you
Mhm.
want. So we pick up something on the way home, and that always works really well.
Yeah, it does. Because it
So,
gives you something to look forward to.
right,
Now, depending on when you go to the infusion center, you might be asking about dinner.
right. Exactly. And you
But
would
for
do
us, we ask about lunch.
lunch.
And now, if your hospital is really good at getting you in early, you might be asking what's for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd
And
be
you
crazy.
pick up something, it's just
Mm.
it's all about making things comfortable, giving yourself, goals like rewarding yourself for
Yes.
making it through something like that. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. And
No.
you're welcome to check us out on Instagram at Team IB Determined and see our pictures of us at the Infusion Center. And you can see all of our latest updates. We celebrated our dog's birthday this week. And
Hmm.
so there are pictures of the dog bones you made.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we
We
made
made
some
them.
peanut butter
Yeah. So
pumpkin.
very cool thing actually is other than the recipe itself and the dog treats, we 3D printed a cookie
Yeah.
cutter for it.
Yeah. So
So
that
that
was
was
like
very
really
neat.
cool.
You can print your own cookie cutters with the 3D printer.
Yeah, you can. And so,
We didn't make it. We actually
no, we were
downloaded
able
it.
to just download it,
What was it called?
Thingiverse.
Thingiverse. Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to
Thingiverse.
just do that. And it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But check it out. Also, about a week ago today, we got a surprise call for Mason to
Yes.
participate in a documentary. And
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't think it matter if we said who it's for, but I don't really want to until I know that it's
Yeah.
like, since I didn't really ask for permission,
Yeah.
but
We'll
it's
be
for
fine.
a well-known IBD doctor.
Very, very good person.
Yeah. And he's a hero.
Amazing man.
It was incredible for Mason to be even asked to be a part of this. And
Yes.
so Mason did film for the documentary a week ago.
Yeah.
So you'll see those pictures. I didn't post, but I also filmed.
He did really well. She doesn't think she did well.
No,
The good thing is we just weren't prepared.
I was not prepared.
Because it was
Yeah.
only supposed to be me at first.
Yeah, then he asked me, he's like, would you be willing to
Yeah,
talk?
she's so well spoken.
And Mason's like, sure, Mom.
Yes,
She's
but-
totally. And the
Don't ask my
only
dad, though, he can't.
regret that I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not about looks. It's not about what you say, because I think there's something about being honest and being who you are, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. But I felt disrespectful because, if I knew I was going to be filmed for something this important, for someone so important, I would have definitely
Yeah,
brushed
fair.
my hair. I would have probably done a little more makeup.
So you're saying
And-
you don't brush your hair off then?
No, I wasn't like, I would brush it right before.
Oh.
I probably, but I was in the room with you and I was just like, So, and also I had just worked out, literally ran. And so I was
Summer.
wearing workout clothes and nice and sweaty. And so my one thought was, oh, I can do this because I'm not going to be on camera. I don't need to worry about it. So,
Well, that went.
anyways, so
That went well.
I just felt bad because I know that I think Michael Oso, who is the CEO of the Crimson Colitis Foundation, was filmed for this. Our good friend Rolf Benershka,
Just a tuxedo
and Mason had a collared shirt. We had, and so I just feel like
out Michelle.
I just picture in this documentary my face pops up and I'm looking like I just ran a mile. And it was just like, hey, so it's kind of funny. It's funny.
There, that's a good thing. Leave in the comments if anything embarrassing has happened to you on camera.
Filming a documentary.
Amazing. No one can agree with that, but
No, I mean we've done television before. We've done live things, which
well, there's a
is
difference between the news
but
and a documentary, which is like a movie. But
yeah, and then it's like you want to say because it's like for somebody so important, I think it's like you want to say what's up here, but sometimes what's coming like
out is just
it's
not
like
the same.
why can I in my head I can say oh all these wonderful things, and then when I start to say something I'm like blah. It's very
Your brain just, the thing is, you always have a plan up here. You're always
yeah
thinking about it. But in certain cases,
yeah.
which is interesting for me because I can speak on a stage of
He's spoken
hundreds
in
of
front
live
of
people,
yeah in
and
front of hundreds of
I can
people,
do great.
and he's fine.
And then I can look into a camera with lights on the side,
Yeah, when they
and
keep
then
the lights on, he's like,
and then I start to stutter, because for some reason we all have things that might make it
well,
hard
and
for some.
also to be fair, he wanted to make sure that you were mic'd up,
Hmm.
try not to touch the mic, and he wanted you to like sit a certain way and
Yeah.
stare at the camera.
So I mean, one thing that this is a very casual podcast. We're not all
So we're used to like
yeah. So
doing
yeah,
this. We're
it's just
using our hands.
also
Yeah,
if you notice, I might do this sometimes just naturally, and so
yeah,
you
because
have to
he's
keep
like
your head
some people have a
straight.
natural tendency to turn, and we do. I'm like, oh my gosh, because on the podcast,
I didn't notice,
yeah.
and so I feel like it's straight up, and he's like,
So you're trying to remember to
mhm,
sit
yeah,
tall,
tall,
keep your head straight.
yeah.
Don't move your hands. Don't talk with
Don't move
your
your
hands.
hands.
Don't
Yeah.
touch the mic.
So,
Don't-
but there's a lot to think about other than what you're trying to say.
right,
And when you're up on stage, it almost feels more casual because it's not like
right.
you're
'Cause you're
doing
you are.
retakes.
You're
Yeah,
not filming.
and the other thing that I feel is different is when you're on stage, obviously, this is more metaphorical. When you're on stage, it feels more okay to mess up. I feel like that's more because what I mean by mess up is like slipping up on a word, maybe.
Right, because
But
that's more
yeah,
normal.
because it feels like this person
Everybody
on stage is a
does.
human. They're
Right.
speaking live directly to us. They're gonna feel
Yeah.
stressed. And of course, they're gonna probably mess up a few times. That's
Right.
normal. But when you're on video, it feels much more stressful because it feels like you can't mess up because
Even though you can.
yeah, you can, but it just feels that way
I think you just wanted to
because
get it right.
yeah, I just want to get it right. It's like, why am I more stressed in front of a
Yeah.
camera
We also wanted to
than
go
on
to dinner, to
Zoom?
be
That's
honest.
dinner. Yeah, I want my
We were
dinner.
hungry. The interview was supposed to take place much earlier in the day, which is fine. We had time, but what happened is we ended up filming closer to 5, and so we were
And I
hungry.
wanted my California rolls,
Yeah, he was like ready to go.
my
So
gyoza.
so we were
Hot
so
stick.
but we wanted to do a respectful, tribute to this person and say these things, but at the same time you're hungry and just so anyways, it was fun. It was you can see the pictures of I posted a picture of Mason, but it was actually really cool, really an honor, and I'm
It
so
was
thankful
amazing. Like
you
I
got to
can't
do
believe
it.
I got to do that.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And there's a chance that what Mason filmed and I filmed, we never even make it onto the documentary.
But
Right.
it's cool that we got the chance.
Right, right. So I mean, there may be a sound bite in there too, because really the focus is the doctor, and then there's people that they've interviewed. I mean, probably like 12,
And,
13, 14 people. I don't even know how many people.
and
For
I'm sure
goodness sake.
they'd rather choose a professional person in there.
No, I don't think
But,
so.
no, so
Oh,
in
then
conventional
me.
work out.
Thanks.
I'm joking.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
joking.
In a way, I hope that's true.
Uh,
Because oh my gosh, I just
hey,
picture
don't even
like
compare that.
everybody like looking professional, and then here I am like yeah, workout Michelle.
Uh,
Um, gosh. So, anyways, but there's a chance.
periwinkles. My periwinkle.
Yeah, he had to change shirts because the shirt was
Because
blurring out the camera.
shirt
They had lines on
had
it.
like diamond, like well, obviously not diamonds, but it had like
Just like
a design in the fabric,
yeah,
and so
the
if I
camera
moved
didn't
it
like
all,
it.
it would make the camera do whatever buggy thing
Yeah,
it
so he's
did.
like, so Mason
It
had
had
to
to go
change
change.
too.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now it's it's a shorter documentary. The gentleman, the producer who filmed it, I don't know if that's the correct title, but he had said he's hoping to turn to a feature length film, and if he does that, then he'll come back and get more
And you'll look great on the big
information,
screen.
and then I'll be prepared just in case.
No,
If
no,
I,
they're still gonna use the
you know
full
what? It'll happen. I'll be prepared, and he'll be like, "Oh, we don't need you."
and you're like,
Okay, well then I dressed. I'll go to dinner
yeah,
afterwards.
then we'll go to
If
dinner
I
afterwards and be
yeah.
fancy.
and be fancy. That's fine.
Exactly.
So yeah,
No, they're gonna say, "Oh, don't worry, we already filmed you the last time, so
that
we don't need to
footage.
film you again. You'll be on the big screen. Don't worry."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah,
anyways, yes.
work it,
So
but
yeah, but good. It was good stuff, good time.
yeah, good time.
And so yeah, so check out Team I Be Determined on Instagram. You can follow our other adventures besides the podcast and
Hmm.
the Reggie
The
Project.
Reggie
Check that
Project.
out. And Karmitude Clips.
Hmm.
Also, please,
Oh
if you
yes, on
haven't
Cartoon
watched it, go
Clips.
back and watch that episode
Yeah,
because this
they're
is
fun.
something we're very excited about and
Big deal.
hope to involve some of you in. And also, you can find us on any station where we have podcasts like Spotify,
Radio.
iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts.
And there's links to all and more on Buzzsprout, but
Yep.
I assume if you're listening to us right now, you've probably
You've
found the
probably
one that
found the
you
right one.
like.
You're probably listening. But if you want to watch us, we're also on
YouTube, and there's also YouTube podcasts, but those are getting kind of old. If you're on YouTube, why listen? Because there's videos. So if you want to watch, if you want to watch us and listen
right.
to us,
And see how warm it
yeah,
is.
see how warm it is, and see us shining in the light.
I know.
You
Next time we'll
you
use
can watch
AC.
us, yeah, and you want to see the necklaces we
Yeah, you can
have.
check that out. So yeah, you can watch us
Watch
on
us on YouTube. And if
YouTube.
you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video, make sure to
Mhm.
hit that bell icon.
And also
And please
comment.
comment, yeah.
Let us know if there's anything we could talk about.
Yeah,
We
is there
have
anything that
all
helps
kinds
you
of
when you go to the
very
infusion
helpful
center?
information. Yeah, share what you do.
Yeah, what helps
If
you?
there's anything else we can talk about, anything you feel is important to bring up, we don't mind discussing it. If we've done it, we don't mind researching. Just let us know what might be good to share. And yeah, other than that, I think like when time we're filming this, a lot of kids are going back to school tomorrow. Mason is
Course.
not.
Well, guess what? I
Mason's
go to
going
school.
golfing.
Oh, no, I'm going to college next week.
I know, but tomorrow you're going
Tomorrow I'm
golfing.
going to golfing.
You don't have to go to school tomorrow, but yeah,
Going to
college
golf.
starts in a week. But for most kids out there, I know you have
Good luck
adults who
on
are
school.
teachers. Good luck.
Good luck on school. Good luck at teaching.
Yeah,
I know it can be a nightmare at the school, and if you're a good student, good luck at that. And
yeah. So good luck to you guys if you're doing that.
yeah,
Some of you may not start
good
for
luck
a
going
little
to the
more,
infusion center,
but yeah.
going to the hospital if you are.
Take our advice, stay
Yeah,
comfortable. Main thing is do whatever makes you comfortable
comfortable
and able to
within
just,
reason.
just go get through it and then just stay focused on your, get yourself home and just, take off the rest of the day if you need
Yes.
to relax. But anyways, so with that said, we'll be back in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and we'll see you on the next episode.
You're doing college. Yay, good luck at school.
Bye.
Bye.
We hope you will stick around, tune in, and reach out to us with your own journeys. We are excited to give you an inside view of what it takes to be a caregiver and what it's like to be a patient.
And most of all, we hope you'll maybe be able to play something you hear on here that might help you in your own life. Sometimes life changes, and it's all about how you handle the journey.